what's extraordinary has been watching both the school and church community come together to collaborate, to raise money, to generate ideas for something that's such a greater good for everyone involved, spanning multiple generations, and the selflessness displayed by everyone involved to come together to create something so wonderful.
What extraordinary means to me has been a wonderful journey watching the initial idea come out of the Capital Campaign Committee that I served on with several other members of the congregation. It's seeing all our ideas and putting together the input and information into the design of the campaign and seeing the dollars be committed by the members of the congregation and even those that aren't members of the congregation that led to this building project has been just a wonderful blessing that the Lord has given to us.
Yeah, it's been really special for us to see St. John's grow as fast as it has. Obviously, we all know as Christians we're told to go and make disciples of all nations. I think the project they're doing with the expansion and adding on the extra classroom allows us to invite more people from the community to be part of the church and to learn about God. So it's been awesome to see it grow.
And we've personally been able to see it grow since we became members here in 2020. All of our kids have attended the preschool classrooms, and within a short period of time, the preschool has grown from 1 to 3 preschool classrooms. So by us talking about our personal experience and having this whole new family being St. John's, I feel like a lot of people are wanting to come to this school, and I think that's great for the community, for St. John's to have this place, this special space. Preaching God's word is wonderful.
And it was funny, she said, let's go to St. John's, because we were coming up to look at some homes and do a visit. And I said, is that the one by the high school? That I always wondered what it was and what it was about. And so we came, and we were both like, we walked in and we met Brian, and we met Pastor Borderland, and we were just floored from the get-go. Like, I remember standing in the basement with Brian and basically begging him to let us send our kids here, because we were so impressed with the facilities, the way that St. John's was talking about the education of children, the faith-based side of things, and then also with Pastor Borderland, just like I've never met a pastor who was more even with the way he delivered his message in just such a patient, caring way.
St. John's means a lot to our family. We've had ups and downs, and we've been able to reach out to pastors and friends within the church just to support us. And that means the world, that St. John's welcomes anybody in my family, whether they're members or not. And that just is the outpouring love and faith that all comes from St. John's.
So coming to St. John's, we were here for about, 6 months? Mm-hmm. And then we got the news that Kelsey had cancer. We couldn't have survived without St. John's, just being completely honest. I remember Pastor Borderland sitting in our house. It was shortly after she was diagnosed, and he was just kind of like, how you doing? I remember I was watching a World Cup game, and I was like, we're just going to keep watching this, so let's just do this. And it was just so nice to have him in our home and talking to us. And I remember the first time after she got diagnosed, we came to church with all the kids, and we took communion, and I remember standing there vividly and thinking to myself, we're going to be okay. This is going to be okay.
And I think just the church and the school rallied behind me to support me. Women I had never met, I'd never heard from before, reaching out to ask how they could help with the kids, how they could help in my home. And just knowing we had that community of support behind us really was incredibly meaningful for our family.
I'm most excited to see the kids that currently go to school here enjoy the new parts of their school within the first couple months. I can't wait to see their reactions to what St. John's looks like now.
And yeah, when I think about it too, I mean, I think even 10 years down the road, Mugwanago as a community has continued to grow in its population. Some of the surrounding villages and towns, people need a place to go. And St. John's has really bucked the trend of what we see, people walking away from God, or that's what, kind of the word is in this modern time. But that's not what's happening here. You see, when you go to church on a Sunday, you have people that are, sitting outside of the church because it's so full. To be honest, in the future, I would see another expansion as necessary.
I'm hoping.
if it
I'm
continues, yeah.
I think the most exciting thing about the future of St. John's is just the continued growing of our footprint in the community with a larger school, to continue to bring the Christian education as an opportunity for those in the community, the Christian education that I've had growing up and have now been able to share with my kids, being able to attend St. John's and making sure that we have opportunities for all kids in the community that want, and their families, to send their kids to St. John's to learn about Jesus and to get to know him and grow their faith as well.